Hello again, whiskey friends. Thanks for joining everybody for another Whiskey Wednesday. Excited about today's Whiskey Wednesday. So, Darrell is going to be a no-show today. Darrell has some vid issues. So, we'll talk about that in a little bit here because I'll give him some more crap later. But what we're going to concentrate on today is actually going to be Kelsey's top 10 of 2024. You know, occasionally we do those update videos, but Kelsey very rarely, gives the news on what he likes, what he's been drinking. So he had to put together today his top 10 thus far, which is good timing because we are getting very, very close to the point where we are going to have to draft for our end of year tournament to decide what is the favorite whiskey of 2024 for the channel. So we will see what Kelsey has in his hands and a few that he'll probably nominate at the end of the year. So thank you for joining today, whiskey friends. Let's kick off the show. Well, let's bring on the man of the hour here. Kelsey, why don't you come and say hi to everybody?
What's going on, everybody? By the way, Jeff, I want that picture as my picture of anything else on the channel for the rest of the year, at least. That's probably one of my favorites. Holy shit, that was awesome.
Did you think that worked out pretty well?
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen the thumbnail for tonight's stream, go back and look at it close. But it's a lot of fun. No, man, I'm excited. I was trying to pull together my list about a week ago, and I was like, man, I'm having a hard time like putting these together, like harder than usual, because there's so much good stuff, but also we can't include our picks in these because that would not really be fair for us to pick our own picks, but it is what it is. We also try to pick some things that were accessible, but also some that are a little bit harder to get. So, it'll be interesting to see what everybody thinks about the top 10. And speaking of our picks, we're going to be discussing that upcoming picks and then also some that we have left as well. Just a few left of the backbone picks and just a few left of the Sonic Boom. And I'm just telling you right now, if I could nominate any pick, it would be that Sonic Boom pick. It's probably one of the best whiskeys I've tasted all year long, but we're not going to include that. That's like an asterisk for me. So
yeah, you can't cheat, man. You can't throw your own picks in there. That's not fair. Of course they fit our palate. That's the whole point.
But no, man. So you got canceled on your trip. You didn't have to fly out into the hurricane.
That's right. I was supposed to be in Florida right now, but nope. Luckily they canceled it just in time that I could actually get back to Cincinnati though. So worked out well. And now I'm here with you rather than you being solo without Darrell here. Since Darrell
that would have been a long night. Trust me. That people are like, is this guy got anything worth hearing to say? What's going on?
I don't think we've missed a Whiskey Wednesday in 2 years, by the way, everybody. So we got a very long streak. I do think we'll miss it when the holidays hit on Wednesdays, but we'll deal with that later.
Yeah. Let's see who we got in the house tonight.
Let's say hi to some people here. We got 31 people in here so far.
Cheers, everybody. Let's. I'm sure Top Dog is in here. Let's see if he or Norseman was first. One of the two. They love to give each other shit. Norseman beat him again this week.
Oh my gosh! I even gave him the heads up in a private message, and
it's no whack if you laugh. Oh, cheers to you and Renee. Hey, I'm just glad that she's actually home. I know how much she travels, so you guys enjoy your time at the house together. That's for sure.
And Top Dog was sipping on Sonic Boom too, man. Let us know what you think in the comments. Get that Sonic Boom in there.
There we go. Sweet. Let's see. Joe, the sample guy, is in here. Dustin is in here as well. Cheers to you. Peter B., Cheers, man. Good to see you in here. Wise Guy Stu. Cheers, buddy. JG is in here. Cheers to you, man. It was so much fun hanging out with you and your wife the other weekend. Ricardo, it was great to talk to you as well. And this guy right here, Mark B, and his brother, cheers. So much fun to meet you guys. Uncorked is in here as well. Let's see. Richie, the legend, is in here. Cheers, man. Good to see you in here. Richie, did you get the Sonic Boom? I don't remember seeing a post yet. Usually I see you usually get and post about it. So if you have it, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Krista, cheers to you. There's JG in here. I love that they're probably sitting right by each other as we listen to us ramble, probably rolling their eyes. Let's see. I think we're almost caught up. There's not quite as many people normally in this chat. Here's Marty Party.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of people in here, man.
Cheers, Marty. Oh, there's Joe. Cheers, man. Good to hear from you. Good to see you in here. There's Ben Drammond. Cheers, buddy. Great to meet you and hang out as well. Taste and Sensibility. Cheers. Glad you're in here. There's Jake is in here as well. Jay, I have to tell a funny story while I've got him up here because he probably will appreciate it, maybe. So when we were on Turkapalooza, we were sitting around the table, and one of the bottles that we were drinking was a blend from Sam, and it was called the Black Fuzzy Ball Blend. We were all sitting at the table, and out of Kim's mouth comes the statement, "I don't think I've ever had black fuzzy balls." And so, as I do, try to make things funny, I sent her 2 black fuzzy ball dryer balls. She was talking about dryer balls, by the way. Not to be crude or anything, but she was talking about actual dryer balls. So I sent her, in Jason's package, I said to Jason, I sent her 2 black fuzzy balls so she can have her own fuzzy balls now.
So anyone who's got the Blue Note pick, by the way, if you're wondering why there's 2 black balls right on the cheek right there.
That's why.
That's why.
Cheers.
That was a private story, but man, geez, bringing it up online here.
I know. Well, there's only 50 people listening. Oh, geez. Henry, what's going on, man? You had some hell of a allocated run lately, buddy. Cheers to you. Let's see. Mike Myers in here. Cheers, Mike. Richie, make sure you go grab one of those. I'm telling you, it's going to be one of the best whiskeys you're going to have this week. I mean, this week.
Oh, yeah.
This year.
I got an updated count from Dusty like last night, too. There's only like 35 of those left. So we're starting to get real slim on the picks that are out there.
Oh, Kim hadn't seen her gift yet. All right. Well, I'm sure she's not watching this, so hopefully it won't spoil it. So
Jason's going to look a bit deeper into that sticker now, too.
Oh, goodness. But seriously, the picks we're really running out, getting close. So any guys that would love to get us back up, now's the time to do it. Like I said, the ones that are left is a Boot Clapper Rye and the Sticky Icky. Just like maybe 9 of the Boot Clapper.
There was 9 as of Monday on the Boot Clapper. So running out of time on that one for sure. And then 39 of the Sticky Icky as of Monday too. So. And
what did you say on the Sonic Boom? I'm sorry, I was distracted.
35. So they're all kind of floating around, having about a handful of cases left, or 1.5 in the case of the rye.
I would put that 8-year up against anybody else's 8-year, as well as any whiskey this year that you've tasted. I really would. Not just saying that because we picked it. I'm just saying it's that good. But hopefully your week's been okay. My week, I'm in transportation, and it's always freaking crazy when we have storms like this. So hopefully your week was okay. Mine's been a little crazy.
My week's okay, though. Prayers and support to everybody in Florida, sticking around Florida, evacuated from Florida. There's a whole lot of things going on there. The news doesn't look too good, but hoping for the best.
Yeah, I talked to Dan and Julie the other day, just checking on them. They said that they were going to be staying where they were, which surprised me, but he said they'd be okay. So hopefully.
All right.
There's our executive producer, killing off the old Ritter after sharing with some folks at Bourbon on the Banks. Cheers, man. It looked like an awesome time, Jeff. But we'll be there hopefully next year. By the way, how did the wedding go? You look nice in your little tux. You know, dolled up, cleaned up.
Oh, dude, it went really well. Killed my best man speech. Totally owned that one. And then, yeah, I mean, just every step of the way, it was a pretty good wedding weekend. I actually don't think it could have gotten any better. But yeah, it was really good.
Speaking of killing off bottles, this is the Dusty that I'm going to be giving away some of. And you can also thank the executive producer for that, because this is the bottle that was at the bottle share.
Yeah.
So thank you, Todd, for sharing wonderful whiskey with us. We had some new people come in here. Let's see. Gandy Rowe, a bourbon engineer first. Cheers to you, buddy. Great to meet you in person and hang out. Gandy Road is in here. Roy R. at home. Cheers to you, Roy.
Roy R. at home.
Hopefully you're enjoying a good pour.
Wait, I think Roy's in Florida too, isn't he?
I don't remember. Roy, are you in Florida? Let us know. Hopefully, if you are, that you're not actually there, and hopefully you'll be safe.
Yeah.
There's the whack attack number 2. Actually, she's probably number 1. Jeffrey's number 2.
Like Katie and Ethan.
Yep. Exactly.
So that's one of the giveaways. Second one tonight is going to be a full bottle of a Belle of Bedford here. We've actually had a few people win this that already had it over the last couple of weeks. So somebody new's got to win this thing tonight. Otherwise, I guess I'll just throw something else in there. But this is a 10-year store pick. So this is a good bottle. A lot of people have enjoyed that one. That's why everybody has it.
Sugar, and then go ahead.
I'll also do a flight tonight as well. Gonna do the Jack Daniel's Distillery series. I'll do a bunch of those, but the main one that I know people want to try is the one that just came out, the Twice Barreled Rye. Thank you, Marty, for this. We'll continue sharing this one forward.
Absolutely. So I had to say something about this because I can't get this picture out of my head now. Jason dancing around in skinny jeans while eating Captain Crunch. I mean, that's just a picture I can't get out of my head now.
Wait, is that a real thing or something I have to put AI to?
Yeah, I think you're going to have to put AI too.
We live in a dangerous world these days.
Top dog. Cheers, buddy. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, buddy.
Then for 2. I know that that turkey's probably what pushed him over the edge. I can see it in his eyes, and I can't even see him.
John, I want to know how we did, man. How do you think we did at NBC? We had to see John at NBC while we were there. So you were the pregame luck. Top Dog's pregame luck. That's what I'm going with here. So, Kelsey, man of the hour. We're already 13 minutes in. Why don't we do a wheel spin and then kick off your list?
All right. Sounds like a plan. Let's do it.
All right.
Mark B is in for 4 as well, Jeff. Thank you, Mark.
All right. Thank you, Mark. I'll get you in there. So, if your glass needs a little filling, let's see what we're going to fill it with. Ooh, the lightning. Let's see what it is. All right. Sticker, wax, and fiddly bits. So get one of your favorite picks in.
Yep. Tatered out, tagged out. I don't know what else you got there. I got nothing after that.
Man, I gotta go wax on this one. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get a little sprinkle action.
Oh, John snuck in. Cheers, John. All right, there you go. Whiskey War.
Shout out to David here. Oh no, I lost the top. All right, there's sprinkles everywhere.
David Smith, cheers, man.
Hey,
Thank you
David's
so much.
in. Thank you,
He's
buddy.
in for 4. Mark B's in for 4. All right, so these are in no particular order, by the way. I haven't ranked any of these yet because I got to check the scores on what I've reviewed and then review the ones that I haven't reviewed and then do an order. So just know that. Hey, there's David.
He's lurking. I pulled him out. It's like a bat signal. I pull out that bottle with the sprinkles, and he hears the sprinkles, falling to the ground from Columbus.
Hey, David, I got to hang out with Deb C at the bottle share. Such a cool lady. Such a cool person just to hang out with her. It was a lot of fun getting to meet her as well. Dana's worried about the cat.
Oh, yeah, there is a cat down here, isn't there? I've actually seen Watson.
Is that the one that hates you?
Well, yeah, the one that hates me more.
Taste and sensibility. Cheers, man. Yeah, I mean, just for the Dusty Turkey alone, I'd enter if it were me. All right, so I'm going to go with the one that most people already knows on the list, which is this one. This is JT Mellick's Legacy Edition. So this is their small batch version of their 7-year in 30-gallon barrels, which is freaking phenomenal. It's so good. Next after that, this is a new one on the list for me. Like, I know Darrell did a video on it today, but this really is one of the best ryes I've had this year. It's a year of the rye. This is Bourbon Junkie's pick for Poor Nerds. So this right here is, I don't know if you can see that thing, but it is dark. But it's so freaking delicious, man. It's like right up my alley as far as the profile is concerned.
Gary was giving me a lot of crap for not picking one of those up. He was like, he knew you two got them, and he was like, "You're the only one that didn't get one, Jeff. You're going to regret that." And now you guys are making me regret it one by one.
Mm-hmm.
Can't catch them all, though, man. There's a lot of Pokemon going on. But I will say, why isn't Sagamore releasing their own stuff?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like,
what is happening?
There's another Poor Nerds pick over here somewhere. I don't remember where it's at, but they had a 9-year Sagamore release, and it's freaking delicious as well. Another 9-year bourbon that they didn't release themselves. There's a couple of these that have come out this year. I'm just going to do this general pick because most people can get at least one of them, which is just a Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof Rye. This was released this year. I got this one at the distillery this year with Ethan and Katie. So that's another one.
Okay.
This has probably been one of the biggest surprise for me this year because I like their double oak, but this just puts the double oak to shame, which is the 13th Colony 15-year anniversary blend. Freaking great whiskey. I don't remember if this was last year's or not, but I'm putting it in this year, whether or not it is, because I can't stop drinking it. This is Disco 11.
You're all types of cheating. That's last year, right? Or was that this year?
No, I think it was this year.
Was it this year?
Last year? No, it was last
year.
I'll put Disco 12 in. How about that? Because they're
That's
super
a better one anyway.
No, it's not. 11's better. This is one that's on your list as well. Cover up that sticker. But this is an almost 11-year-old MGP rye. Freaking phenomenal rye. This one is on your list as well. This usually makes my list every year. This is the Kelvin 6. Freaking great. Bill and Bob killed it on this one this year. They will be coming on. I don't know if it'll be both of them, but they will be coming on in November sometime. I just got to get the date locked down. So we'll be looking forward to hanging out with them. Next one is Batch 9 of K. Luke. For me, this was one of the best blends that they did. I haven't tasted 10 yet because it just came out. And then, of course, this will definitely be number one unless something just totally surprises me. Russell's 15.
There you go.
So that's not my 10. I'm leaving an open spot for something that might pop up, but right now that's my 9. Top 9.
That's your 9. Man, a Russell's 15 pick there too. Did you see that little dangly bit?
Yeah, look at this fiddly bit. This is from Top Dog. He made it
on the
neck tags
on the
for me.
king.
Yeah.
Got it on the king of the mountain right now. I see how that is.
Yeah.
So going through all your different bottles right there that are top of mind for you right now, what are the most surprising ones, and which ones are you most excited about to see blind in our tournament?
Let me see here while I'm thinking. 21090. Cheers, buddy. Sure, that's Todd. Cheers, Todd. In for 2 entries, Backbone Sticky is my top favorites of the year. Thank you, Richie. I totally agree with you. If I could put that in there, I definitely would. That punches well above a 5-year-old or 4.5-year-old whiskey. It drinks more like a 6 to 7-year-old whiskey. So, Andy, we need to get you guys back on the channel, by the way. Todd and Andy, by the way.
Well, I was thinking about that. I think they'll enjoy the whiskey poker game. That'll be a different story once we get that thing going.
I think this one was probably the biggest surprise. Now, I know that Bourbon Junkies has been killing it on a lot of their stuff, but this pick, I'm telling you, Jeffrey, I'll send you some, but you're going to be really upset you didn't get one. Just telling you.
Man, year of the rye, though. For you to bring up a rye, too, man, just confirm.
Yeah, I like ryes, but I do not am in love with ryes. It has to be really, really good in my profile. So I think that's the most surprising one. The one that I'm most excited about to test in a blind is this one right here. I tested against the double oaked from last year's double oaked, and it kicked its ass. Yeah. So I think that one's a really fun one. I'm interested to see how this one does as well in a blind. I knew they usually do pretty well in a blind, but that's one I'm interested to see. If I could have put in somebody else's pick, this is probably my 10 spot, most likely, unless something just totally surprises the hell out of me. We're going with the Bardstown Blitz.
Wait, did you put that sticker on there?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, that makes sense then. Okay. It's like mine didn't come with an awesome sticker on the side. Now I'm going to have to go in the bag and grab the sticker.
Exactly. That's what I did. I was like, what am I going to do with a sticker? I was like, I'm going to put it on the damn bottle. Jason, this has been one of the most cool experiences as a rye, by the way. Ethan and Katie got to help pick this one. This is the most close to a dusty rye that I could ever call a dusty rye, even though that it's not. It's just really good. It's super dark. This was an interesting experience altogether. The Blitz, but also the bottle itself. I mean, whiskey wise, I don't know if you guys got to be there with us or not, or got to one of the bottles. But if you did get one of the bottles, sit down with that thing for at least 30 minutes.
Oh, man.
It's so complex. There's so much going on. It gets a little bit different every time that you sip it for me. So I hope you guys are enjoying it.
I haven't opened mine yet, but man, maybe you convinced me. We'll see what the wheel says later, but the slightest excuse I can have for that to be in there. Well, so I saw a comment here. Hey, Joe, name the time, name the place. Let's go, buddy.
Yeah. David Smith, that Bardstown's Blitz rye is phenomenal. I agree with you. I had it set back as I make it sound like it's an alternate because it's really good whiskey. I just wasn't sure if anything else pops up that can beat it. So that's my 10.
Man,
I know the Russells is going to compete well in that. I'm putting that Russell's up in a blind. I'm going to do a blind of Russell's 15 and the Super Vat. For those that don't know what the Super Vat is, it is a bottle of Dusty Turkey and Russell's Picks that was aged for an extra year by a friend of mine in a wild turkey barrel. It's been like my go-to, like as far as comparing modern day turkey to this to see how good it is. There's just so much, like most of the Dusty Turkeys were pre-90, and then the rest were all kinds of Russell's Picks. I mean, from 2000 on, just all kinds of really, really good Russell's Picks. And so I am going to be doing a video on that coming up for John. I know he'll be really interested in it. So I might send him, if you don't have a sample of the 15 to compare it to, I may just send that to you with both of those in there so you can compare them yourself. Because I know he loves turkey. So yeah, see, I already look at this.
We're setting off all types of bat signals tonight.
Yep.
Learning everybody with our keywords here. Keywords and sprinkles.
What are you guys drinking tonight?
Yeah, I saw you had the bottle of that, but you didn't get the sticker, man. The sticker is the best part. The boot clapper rye. We'll have to figure out a way to get him a sticker.
Yeah, we'll need to send me a sticker for sure. Yeah, that rye pick is killer. It's really, really good. I had a friend of mine who's not a big rye guy at all, and he drank that. I didn't tell him what it was, and he's like, "What is this?" I'm like, "That's a double oaked rye." So, JG is in for one. Cheers, JG.
All right. Cheers, JG.
We'll try to find it. I'm sure Dusty's probably got an extra one laying around, man. It's got to be.
Yeah, we gotta get you a sticker. You need to have that boot clapper sticker on there.
Let's see. Russell's Picks never last for me. I'll always keep my. Me too, man. Every time I see one.
Mets win.
I texted him last night to make sure he got his package, and he's like, "I'm watching the Mets. I'm opening it right now."
All right. Well, one thing that I am excited for in the coming weeks. So OH won a challenge, and what he wants to do is actually team up with Darrell to take on Kelsey and I.
Oh, nice. Here we go.
So I'm curious on how that's going to work out. We'll have to figure out how to facilitate that. But as of last night, Darrell told me that he has no sense of taste and he has no sense of smell. So I think we do that challenge sooner rather than later.
Jeff's always about the cheating. All right. Boski Outdoors. Just found the show. Looks awesome. Hey, man, thanks so much.
Hey,
good to see you in here. It's a lot of fun. Tonight's a little bit different than normal. We're just kind of chilling out. Again, if you guys want to get in on the super chats, Marty's in for one for Top Dog, better half. So for one for Renee.
At some point we need to have some battle of the executive producers too.
I agree.
Do that one.
I definitely
get
agree.
Todd and John involved somehow.
The other thing was, we're going to talk about the other one that is on the sticky icky that Richie was mentioning earlier. I'm telling you guys, if you haven't tried this or didn't get to try it, it's $49. I guarantee you it's the best $49 that you're ever going to spend on a store pick or a pick for that price. I'm just telling you, just to prove to you that I'm not lying. So whenever these came out, I wound up buying 14 bottles total. Almost half of that was between the 8-year and the sticky icky. So it's just a great bottle. And it's one that you're not going to feel guilty about drinking either. It's so good, you just can't stop drinking it. I promise you.
You know what? That is actually something I was thinking about here. With the sticky icky too. So sticky icky is out there. It's $49.99. Most Twix that this thing has ever tasted for me, by the way. I don't know what it had to do with coming off of that whiskey war, but this was just straight up Twix bar for me. I can never get anything else, but it was over the top. I have the slightest bit left of the sample taken from the spot.
All right.
So I'm going to do a little bit of a comparison here, because the one thing that I think is very interesting now that we've gotten a few picks under our belt, and we'll get to see with the Huling station in a few weeks, because you've got that sample.
Yeah.
But this sample here is what we picked, and we picked it back in April. I got to imagine Nolan probably grabbed some of this, 2 weeks prior when he started having to sample it to get it into those bottles there. You don't know what the age was when you tasted it, but then it got bottled, 3 months later, 4 months later, it spent time in that barrel. Yeah. So when we're talking about a 4.5-year whiskey that spends extra time in a barrel, that is a lot of additional time. I think this thing got incredibly richer over that course, but I actually haven't put that to the test per se. So let me pull another glass now.
So while he's pouring that, this is our hauling station pick that we actually picked at the distillery.
Oh, you got lots of it left.
Yeah. So I'm going to send Jeff and Darrell a sample so they can taste it alongside of me when it comes out to compare. But this one was a lot of fun. Like, literally, we could have walked out of there with any one of those barrels and been super satisfied. They only had 4 left, and we picked one of the 4, and really all of them were spectacular. I cannot wait to do another pick with them already, because they're going to be doing single barrels of their own distillate. And that one was really, really good as well. And it's already 7 years old. So.
Gosh, that is crazy to me.
There's the bourbon jerk.
Like, it's 90% the same, but the 10% that's not the same as that sample is so much better.
Yeah.
That drives me nuts, man. Just to think about the passage of time and just a little bit extra time of what it can do to something.
Yep. Tom, which ones have been your favorite of our picks? I know you've tried a lot of them. We were just talking about what's left of the backbones. Let me hear what you think about which one's your favorite.
Now, Kelsey, so on the Huling station, what did you have in the glass? Did you put a little Huling station?
I'm about to. Yep.
All right. So we talked about the tasting notes last week on the Huling station, but let's actually hear Kelsey talk about it here. So we're probably 2 to 3 weeks out on this pick. It was a collaboration between Dusty Dan, Hello Again Whiskey Friends, the Mash and Drum, and Drifting Drams. So we were the ones all there at Memphis. One of the last Huling station picks ever. We were actually told that we're going to be one of the last 4 barrels, and we were essentially sampling the last of the 4 barrels, which, as Kelsey was just saying, all of them were really good. So the fact that we got to pick kind of the best of the last is like really crazy. That one also, similar to what I'm talking about here, got to sit in the bottle or sit in the barrel an extra 4 months. So I can't wait to see Kelsey compare that to what's there. But let's do a live tasting here. And when it does come out, it's an 8-year, 44% rye bourbon MGP and $75. So
yeah, and it'll be close, it'll be
again.
super close to like 9-year, to be honest with you, because it's set in the bottle. I mean, it's set in the barrel for another 4 months. So I think it was 8 years, 7 months when we picked it. So it'll be right there.
I think it was 8 and 1, and it's 8 and 4.
I thought it was 8 and, okay.
So
it'll be super close, much more close to 9 than 8. So right off the nose, there's this thing going on with like a dark baker's chocolate that I'm getting. And this, by the way, is a Kelvin barrel. So I get the fruit notes that I typically get off that Kelvin barrel. But man, this one has changed a little bit. It's getting more of that like dark, semi-sweet dark chocolate on the nose. Those berries, then the oak comes in. It's almost like what are those things called that it's chocolate covered acai or acai berries? Those.
Oh yeah, like those Blackstone.
Yeah,
berries.
That's what I'm getting on the nose.
Okay.
Let's give it a taste on the palate here.
Actually, quite jealous.
Oh wow. So most of what I'm getting is mid palate. There's a little bit of sweetness up front, but most of this thing is hitting on the mid palate. Holy cow. Woo.
That's the 44% rye talking there.
It's punchy. So you get all of those dark chocolate and berry notes mid palate. Then the oak, and then all of a sudden this rush from back to front of rye spice, which is really nice towards the end of the finish. And that finish is still going. And the lingering finish is that chocolate and berry as well. So it goes back to that. Wow. I'm interested to see how the extra time in the barrel does for this, because it's really good right now. Let's go back in for a second sip. So it's pretty consistent. It's a little bit sweeter up front on the second sip. Then again, everything just like explodes mid palate. All of those berry and dark chocolate and oak hit, and then the rye comes in on the finish, just to like effervescent from back to front with a rye spice. So to be honest with you, Richie, I'm not even sure if it's a berry. I don't know what it is.
Isn't Acacia berry?
I thought it was, but... No, Blake, he's sick. Sorry, buddy. I hope he's feeling better. Cheech! Hey, man. Are you guys okay? Or did you leave? What's going on down there?
Blake says that, but that is like a high concept show I do want to put on at some point. Is going to be like Whiskey Survivor, where you all have to go through a blind flight and then you start voting people off the island as you like guess things or incorrectly guess things.
Bosky, we really talk about any type of whiskey and bourbon and scotch on occasion, but mostly bourbon.
And rye.
And rye. There's Dunny. Dunny, it was great to meet you, man, and hang out in person. But yeah, this is really, really good. It's a little bit different than my memory calls it, but I remember the fruit notes being a little bit different than what it came across tonight, but it could just be what I have drank before it. So
what I am excited to do, and maybe we should all do it together, honestly, now that I say it out loud, we need to have a 8-year MGP blind flight with the Sonic Boom, the Dusty Wonka, and then the sweet Kelvin O'Mine.
Yes. I honestly think that, just off of what I know, is that the 8-year Wonka is going to get killed. It'll be last. And then I think this will be second. And I think that Sonic Boom will be first. But
you think Sonic Boom? Yeah. I am so interested to compare that. I mean, you got the cheat sheet since you actually got that sample, but it'll have a few more months in the barrel. I don't know, the Sonic Boom is probably going to be my favorite, but I don't know. There were some unique aspects of that 44% rye and what it does on the finish from what I got off memory. So
it's coming across more like pipe tobacco, a little bit on the palate too.
Okay.
So I love the 44% rye blend that they do from MGP, as well as their own distillate. It's the same distillate. It's just that they made it instead of MGP. So
same mash bill.
Yeah.
Ooh, sipping on a 6-year malted rye. Heck yeah, Marty, you're speaking my language. All right. Well, how about we get another wheel spin in?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Pete says, still at home, should get interesting starting around midnight to tomorrow afternoon. I'll be streaming overnight tonight, whiskey and weather. So make sure you guys go hang out with Cheech. Keep company for sure.
Oh. Baby be a sample kind of man.
Okay. I don't know if I have. I'm not going to grab that box. I'll drink something else.
Got any samples handy? Let's see here.
I don't have any close by. They're all in the closet in a box.
Oh. I've got one handy here. I should hold that to grade it, though. Oh, wait. Oh, there's no way I left any legacy. Oh, I left a little bit of legacy.
There you go.
I got all my Melick leftover samples here, though. This Legacy was probably my favorite. Now, what is the deal with the Legacy distribution of it? How much of it? All that.
Let's see, I'm pretty sure it's distillery only. And it was 639 bottles total.
639. Okay. Man.
I don't know if Ryan went back and got more or if there was any more to get. I'd have to ask Copper Wolf. He's usually in here.
Absolutely killer.
Jay says, when are you going to drink tonight? I had to share the Sonic Boom with one of my local friends. So good. Yeah, absolutely, man. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing it, man. Here's my favorite person, Paul P. Cheers. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, Paul.
I'm a miniature hobbit compared to you, but I loved hanging out with you. Super tall guy. It's like being around Ethan all the time. I think they're about the same height or close to it. I think actually Paul might be taller than him.
So everybody, just a reminder, we are doing Super Chats tonight. We do got 3 giveaways here. Kelsey, why don't you go over yours?
Sure. I'm going to do a flight of Penelope. Some of it will be toasted. Some of it will be just the regular stuff that are single barrels. Excuse me. And then I'm also, actually, Todd is giving away via me a sample of the Dusty Turkey. Todd, I don't remember what year this was, 90-something, I think. If you're still listening, Todd, put in chat what year that was. All right, Ed's in. Thanks, Ed.
Wow. Holy crap, Ed. Thank you so much. Dude,
that's awesome.
Good seeing you last night, too, Ed. That was a heck of a blind you put together for Marty. That was funny.
Cheers, Mark. You do have a package en route to you as well via hand delivery, so make sure you let me know when you get it. Ed, thank you again so much for the freaking food and all the support. Loved hanging out with you. It was a lot of fun. You and Woody as well. Marty, party. Cheers, buddy.
Marty.
Thanks, man. I'm going to be going on Marty's stream next Tuesday night. We're going to do a blind together that I sent to him. So make sure you guys mark that on your calendar next Tuesday. And he'll send out a notification as well, and I'll repost it as well. Paul P., cheers to tall guys and bald guys, or tall bald guys. Oh, that's great, Paul. Awesome, man.
Oh, man.
Oh, Donald is in here too.
Oh, yeah, Donald's hanging out. Said he was checking in while I was at work. Well, let's see.
This is getting a lot more interesting, Jeff, as it's getting near. It's going more caramel on the nose, which is more what I remembered it being like.
All right, Paul P. So that was one of the giveaways. Jeez. The other 2 giveaways that we have will be a full bottle of a 10-year rye, since it is the year of the rye, Belle of Bedford pick. And then, what was I doing? I was doing, Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels Distillery Series. I'll do a whole flight of these, and I'll include in there the twice barreled rye that just came out. Thank you, Marty, for that one.
So 2002, I was way off.
Samsonite. You were way off.
Yeah, exactly. 2002 Wild Turkey 8-year. So thank you, Todd, for sharing your whiskey with us and everybody else. That's the other one that I'm going to get sent to send with Jeff and Darrell for them to taste again. I'm telling you, man, get in on this, bro. It's a lot of fun. You got a pretty good chance to win tonight, to be honest with you. So, yeah, the twice barreled rye, JD, is so good. I agree with you, man.
Oh, man. These JT Melicks are awesome, too. I had literally a 20th of an ounce of each one left. So I'm just like, hey, let's finish. They're all so good.
Cheers. Cheers, Tom. Appreciate it, buddy. Tom's in for one.
That one will have to be a 2025 pick. I know we got our name on the list. We already talked about that, but man, that's probably on the top of my list for a pick, actually, now that I say it out loud as we knock out some of we got a weird bucket list of picks that we want to do.
It is. It is an odd, strange bucket list of picks to do. It's not like the normal, heritage picks that everybody oohs and ahs over for. I don't know, man. Heritage this year on limited editions have really shit the bed for me. There's only one on my list. So I don't know, man. There's a lot better whiskey out there.
Sorry, EJ. That's our fault.
Yeah, I know that EJ and them got some stuff from Bardstown and a couple other picks. So cheers to you guys.
We'll try to figure out next year if we can space these things better. I don't know if we actually can, though. No matter what
we had a plan in our mind and how we wanted things to release, and it just all went the other way.
Came together in about 3 months.
So thanks to you guys for all the support, by the way, for everybody that's bought a bottle and supported us. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We do not make money off of this stuff. We're here just to give you guys good whiskey at a decent price. I know the Sonic Boom was a little bit more than I would like to pay, but I'm telling you, for that type of whiskey, it was definitely worth the price. Maureen, by the way, if you haven't met Maureen yet, another person that is a very good hug person. She gives the best hugs. She might be up there with Jeff on that. Cheers to you and Gary. It's great to get to see you guys. Heritage double barrel. I think so. I haven't tasted. I've tasted the 10-year char, heavy char, and it's really good. But from my palate, Richie, I think that double oaked was way better than the current release and the other ones that I tried. Definitely better than the rye. I did not like the rye at all. So
look at Vic here. Number 5 was better. Did you see Vic over there? Vic is over there when we're doing the NBC pick, and he's like blending his own. And he's like, my 5th sample's better. Like, what are we gonna do, Vic? We're gonna buy all the barrels so we can make your blend.
No, we're gonna get a Sazerac Buffalo Trace Stag Junior pick. Right, Vic? Right? Stag pick? What? Oh, wait. No, I can't read. Just kidding.
All right. You're asking for it next time, John. You're going to get like an extra squeeze, man. Can't call it a weak hug. Jeez.
Cheers to the Luke Clapper Rye and Hello Wind Whiskey Friends. Awesome. Glad that you guys are enjoying that one. It's a really good rye.
So, Marty, curious on this one. Did you get the newest batch, which I haven't had yet, or is it last year's batch? But I struggled with last year's.
I was going to say last year's was not good. Not good.
I struggle with last year's, and then I struggle a little bit with the headliner because it has just a small portion of it's the malted single malt, but it takes over the whole blend for me too sometimes.
So it was last year's.
So it's got last year's. Yeah. I don't love it, but I want to see what they got this year with the latest one. But yeah, as I said, that headliner, it's only got 10% of that single malt in there, and it took it down a few pegs. Kind of similar to what I said about the Series 12 Bardstown, actually.
Oh, there's Thomas. Cheers, buddy.
Hey, Thomas.
Something coming your way as well.
So here's something to think about, Kelsey. You went through your top 10. We've still got almost 3 whole months left in the year. Is there anything that you're looking forward to that you think has a chance to compete with your current top 10? Or if anything jumps in, will it be a complete surprise? But I'm looking for a specific release maybe that you're still looking forward to.
There's a couple of them. The C923 or C924 release that I haven't seen yet. Stag just dropped their 24B. So I'll be interested to see how that competes with what I've got here. I think the only one really that would be on the fence is like getting knocked out is probably the JD Rye. I mean, it's really, really good, but I think both of those have a chance to knock that out, depending on how good it is. I would say the 10 and 11 for me, Marty. I haven't gotten to taste 10 yet either. So other than that, those are the ones that I can recall off the top of my head, like that I'm looking forward to release. I think the JD10 might actually be up there too if I get a chance to taste it. It's 10 and 12 have always been really good. Not really sure what it would be like compared to that. You guys are getting a stag pick from Backyards BS. I thought Jason was getting his stag pick. Yeah, what's the deal with that, Vic? Why don't you explain all that? So the guys that don't know, we were on our trip. We're in the car with Vic. Vic gets all excited and says, "Hey, I just won a Stag Junior pick from Sazerac." And I was like, "Dude, that's freaking awesome." And he was like, "I think I'm going to give it to Jason. Should I call him and tell him?" We're like, "Yeah, call him." So he calls Jason all excited and gets Jason all excited. His mom's in the car with him. Kim is in the car with him. And then he hangs up the phone, and I look at my phone to check. And I was like, "Hey, Vic, I got the same email that you got. Did you check your number?" And he was like, "Oh, shit. What number are you talking about?" I'm like, "Yeah, there's a number associated with your account." So we've been giving him shit the whole time. You do this to yourself. Don't blame Ethan either. I know you're over there blaming Ethan,
No.
but
Vic needs to send Buffalo Trace an email and just say rigged.
Yep.
Ooh. So Donald says 2024 has been all about special stuff for me. Now his definition of special stuff is a little different than ours. But he's got the okay, I'm gonna butcher it. Glenn Fargless. How did I do on that one, Kelsey?
I think that's right.
Right? Did I do it all right?
I think so. Donald will correct you if you don't, but that's how the way I would say it. Not that that's right.
Man, I don't know. It's been the opposite for me. Well, not to say the special stuff per se. The not expensive stuff has still been key for me. Anything between $80 to $100 typically has still been my sweet spot, which makes it harder and harder to go over that $100 mark. It has to really be worth it to go over the $100 mark for me. So hopefully, I don't know, more people feel that way, and the distilleries kind of feel that way too. But I know that's probably not what's happening in the market still, but I'm hoping there's a little regression on price considering some of the amazing whiskeys that are in that price range.
Damn it, Kelsey. It's your fault, Kelsey and Ethan.
He could have willed it into existence.
Oh, gosh. I will say this. If you guys are seeing the same thing that I am, I'd like to know, but I'm seeing a ton of bottles sit on the shelves that normally last year would be gone within the first couple of weeks it hit the shelves. Like I'm seeing Smoke Wagon sit. I'm seeing Barrel Spirit sit. I'm seeing Joseph Magnus cigar blends sit. Just like really, really popular bottles that were really hard to get last year seem to be sitting on the shelf. So if you guys are seeing the same thing, I'd like to know just for my own stuff. I did find a buddy of mine I've never seen one on the shelf. He found an Old Forester 117, the smaller bottle sitting on the shelf for $69. So, I mean, that would have never even made the shelf last year at all anywhere. So I just feel like that's happening more and more. We've got about a minute left, guys, on Super Chats to cut that off. What were you going to say, Jeff?
I don't know. You say that, but I've seen Old Forester 117 the Scotch finish and one other one on the shelf that I could have bought. I think it was cheaper than the $69.99. I thought it was a little cheaper than that, but I passed on them too. Like even then, I don't know if it's good that people aren't buying things on hype, but even when I see them, I'm not buying them either. It's not like it's like changing my decision making because I'm seeing them on the shelf. It's not making my life any
No, I
better
just
or worse,
find it
right?
interesting.
But
So
that's like that's a
speakers,
quality problem in my mind.
right?
Like I'm not even interested in grabbing it to even review it, right? Like it doesn't even stroke my fancy that way. Like, ugh.
Bardstown Disco 11 and 12, Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend, Murray Hill Special Releases, all sitting on the shelf. For Stu, he's in Michigan, I believe. So that's happening
Yep.
there. We're seeing the same thing here in Tennessee. So I see the same bottles sitting as well as Penelope, McKenna, etc. Agreed. McKenna's sitting on the shelf. Penelope's stuff is sitting on the shelf. Shanks, Baumburgers, McKenna, Magnus Cigar. Yeah, I think
I mean, how many of them were being bought to be enjoyed, and how many of them were being bought when there's a little bit of equity in it at the time, and now that there's not, now they sit. But hopefully they find themselves in some good hands. But I mean, there's going to have to be a price correction eventually on some of these things, unfortunately.
Henry, you can come down here. Just come to Fort Smith. They're sitting on the shelf in Fort Smith. Joseph Magnus Cigar Blends, Heaven Hill, Grain to Glass, sitting on the shelf. All of that.
All right. Well, why don't I do a double check real quick here? We'll shut down the banner on the super chats.
Thanks everybody who contributed.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Chuck D's gonna sneak one in here.
Oh, we got one. Ah, Chuck D. Cheers, buddy. So, just got the Nashville pick. What is your favorite Nashville barrel product right now? Well, oh, I'm going to sound awful. I'm going to say our pick. But
very true.
I did do a comparison though of like I have 9 open Nashvilles right here, and I've gone through all of them head to head with Sonic Boom, but I like Sonic Boom better. Once again, makes sense. We picked it, but I think second best would be Barrels for Hope. That would be my second favorite.
I get that, Philippe. Definitely hard to pay up without knowing what it tastes like, especially on some of those. I hope that that's what we can provide for you if you see it, release that you're iffy about, or Jason typically does reviews on everything that comes out. So watch him stuff. He'll make a better informed decision about it. For me, it was the 16-year old granddad that I didn't grab. I did get to taste it, but I probably wouldn't have grabbed it if I didn't taste it. It's just really hard. Let's see.
All right. You know what? I missed Tyler's. I'm glad I do this double check here.
No, he's not counting his floor whiskey. He's making sure everything is right in the wheel for all of the giveaways.
Oh yeah, just doing a double check on the accounting here. You always got to make sure you're straight. And
it's expensive. It's like $280. It's ridiculously expensive here on the Joseph's and Magnus Cigar Blend. That's before tax.
Wait, how much is it?
$280.
Oh, it's $200 in Ohio.
Yeah, it's $280 here plus tax, and we have like a 10% tax. So
I need to try one of Nancy's latest batches.
She says that those are way better than some of the 200 batches. The 300 batches are supposed to be much more close aligned to some of the earlier batches. So,
well, it's just the aged stocks, that are now getting finally replenished with some of the 11, 12, 13-year stuff we're seeing out there.
Yep.
Now she gets the chance to blend with those again too. Man, she had an epic pick of like all of these samples. She was like, some days are better than others. And she just had like this whole table of samples. All right. I am verified. So let's do Kelsey's Flight first, featuring the Dusty Turkey.
Yep.
Kelsey, should I even ask?
Yeah, do it 3 times.
Oh, yes. See? I don't ask and it happens.
See, I'm trying to give you positive reinforcement.
All right.
Cheers, everybody. Good luck to everybody that contributed. Thank you so much. Ed! Yeah.
Ed, congrats.
I'll send that on to you, Ed, or should I send it to Vic? I don't know if I have your address, but I can send it to Vic.
We got it.
Okay, good deal.
All right. So now we'll do the Belle of Bedford. This is a 10-year MGP rye store pick. And I don't think there's any chance that anybody who has this bottle gets it. I think we got all fresh names on this particular one. Ah, hey, Taste and Sensibility.
All right.
Okay, Taste and Sensibility. Get with me at helloagainwhiskeyfriends@gmail.com. For some reason, I feel like you've won before, but get with me and confirm. I'll need all your details.
I'll send my list to Richie. I'll send my list to Jeff, and he'll post it on Patreon for everybody. My top 10. So.
Oh yeah. All right, and then last one will be the Flight of Distillery Series Jack Daniel's, featuring the twice barreled rye. All right. Good luck, everyone. There we go again.
A double winner.
Double win. Thank you, Ed.
Appreciate it, Ed. Thanks so much, buddy.
Man, thank you so much, everybody else that contributed here tonight. We really do appreciate it. All right. Well, Kelsey, any final thoughts for the evening?
I would just say, if you haven't bought a bottle of one of these picks and you're waiting to do it, like I said, if you combine them, you save on shipping for the backbones. So if you get 2 or more, they will give you free shipping at Sharepour. So make sure you guys, if you're doing that, make sure you buy multiples just to save yourself on shipping. I mean, even if you buy the Sticky Icky, you're still going to save $20-something on shipping just by getting a second bottle. So just trying to help you guys, you not only just get the bottles, but get them for cheaper. So
I know I was wondering that with the Old Dom. So we're what, 2-3 weeks away from the Old Dom release. I don't know what's going to be out there for them to bundle everything up, but hopefully it's there for people to save on shipping. Oh, the other one, not to digress a little too far, I got to do some more tastings of this one, but the other one in that bundle deal is the Starlight from Dusty Dan. So this one is an Armagnac finish rye, which is, okay, actually, one more question for Kelsey in chat, and then we'll end it. Is there any other Armagnac finish ryes? I think this is my first Armagnac finish rye.
No. Did Hard Truth do one? Or was that just cognac?
No, that was cognac, technically. I mean, I guess we're splitting hairs there. But yeah, let me know in chat. I'll keep an eye on chat as we close this thing down. But any other examples of Armagnac finish rye? I'm about to record videos on like Starlight finishes, but I can't think of any other ones that are like this. All right. So we'll end on that note, end with a question. We'll see if anyone's got anything. But thank you for joining today, everybody. And gosh, we'll catch you next week on Whiskey Wednesday and see if Darrell has any sense of taste and smell. And if he doesn't, then maybe that's... Oh, wait, we can send him samples and then see if he has any taste and smell.
Your plan's going to backfire. You know this, right?
It always does, but that's kind of fun. All right. Everybody, go head over to Jason's, and we'll catch you on the next Whiskey Wednesday.
Cheers, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.